Hi folks, Donna Bob here, back in Vembre Park. Today's episode is going to be something a little bit different rather than a build proper. For the past several episodes we've been building the Hell Creek portion of the camp, and today we're going to take a sort of imagined safari tour as per the safari ride we built into the park. So we're starting here at the fork in the road where you can go up to the tower on the right, or you can go to the Hell Creek Safari, which is exactly what we're going to do. So you head in, and there's a ramp on the left for our stair challenge guests, but we'll bamf up the stairs and look out at the gates we'll be going through and move along to the queue for getting on the ride. This scenery here is evocative of Hell Creek. We're going to go to where we be checked in for the ride and then go through the cattle chute, down the run, turn around and come back to the boarding area. The cars for this one are available on the Steam Workshop. This is one of Edaher's pieces, recolored by me for my park. Nicely done job too for setting up for various kinds of recoloring. Really good work. So, shall we get aboard? And we'll settle in our seat and head out through the gates. Apologies for the first bit of this video. I had a little bit of speed control issues on the recording. On our right, well actually on our left first, you'll see we've got a Triceratops out there. And on our right is the viewing area for people who don't want to take the ride. They can look into the exhibit at this level and watch the cars go out. Wave bye-bye to their friends and relatives as they head out into dinosaur land, and hope they come back. So if you've been following this, you know that these are not the same Triceratops that were in this portion of the habitat as the last time, nor the ones that are on the header card even. But the idea was from the get-go, and I screwed it up of course, that this first portion of the exhibit would have Triceratops horridus, which is a slightly earlier species than Prorus. A lot of people have a thing about the brow horns being distinctive and telling the difference, but more key is the nasal horn. Horridus has a smaller nasal horn, and the actual animal has a deeper skull. But that's not an option here in PK because of the way the models are built. Just getting some difference in these animals is pretty cool. So we get two species for the price of one. Head on uphill here, and you can see two more animals moving around. This one here on our left is a female, and she's giving us a look over. The other one, slightly more uphill, is a male. Oh, she's got something on her foot. We'll leave her to that. I'm going to pull over to the left so we don't mess with that male. And you can see the waterfall and the watering area for the animals in this portion. And up we go. So they have a fairly extensive area in here. And I've got two pairs of animals in here. Looking forward to the social requirements that will be coming up eventually. And our other female is up here on the elevated portion of the habitat. And a look out across what the Triceratops can see when they come up here. So we're going to head back down now. The male has gotten out of the road, but we don't really want to distress him because they can be feisty if they feel they're encroached upon. So we'll pull up and see. Oh, well, that's he's just going to lie down. So I guess he's feeling okay with this here. Must be. He's going to sleep. All right, well, let's move along. And we're going to head through the passageway into the Edmontosaurus paddock. This takes us underneath the walkway to the tower. Wait for the all clear. And out we go. Whoa, we're a little close there. So we've got an Edmontosaurus right here. This particular animal has been hanging out in this portion of the paddock. It seems every time I open up the park. He's going to browse across our path right now. So just like a real safari ride, there are those times where you just have to wait till the animals cooperate and get out of your way. This is, of course, Edmontosaurus annectens, the Hell Creek species of Edmontosaurus. I think overall it's my favorite of the Edmontosaurus species, even if it does need to poop in front of us. But he's getting out of the way, so we're going to go down the hill, since he's going up the hill, and head down to the area where you get a view down to the pond. We have an Edmontosaurus on the left and the pond on the right, and several of the animals moving down there in the distance. You can get a better look at this habitat in the Edmontosaurus from Hell Creek video that's out there somewhere. So back uphill, this habitat has an overlook into the Tyrannosaurus paddock, just like the horridus paddock did. So we're going to cross into the next paddock that we'll be driving through, and this time it will be Triceratops Prorus, a little bit further along and right up next to Tyrannosaurus. So I see one off to the right. We'll drive a little closer. And mostly just standing there, it looks like. Oh, just grazing. Okay. And you might have caught a glimpse that there's a viewpoint into this habitat. We're going to depart from the road to come right down here by the pond, since there are no animals right here. But I see some off in the distance. They just don't want to be close today, I guess. You can see the towers with viewpoints into this paddock and into the Tyrannosaurus paddock. And I see a Tyrannosaurus. That was what that little circling of the cursor. When this video was made, they were suffering from a mostly just stand-in-place bug. So I see one of the rangers are out here in the park. They've got their vehicle up there checking out something. So we'll head back out of this paddock now. And since the Tyrannosaurs haven't been terribly visible, let's give a try of pulling right up to the edge up here to get the vehicle uphill here. Because just before the tour I saw that there was one relatively near here, and it may still be. So right up to the edge, and yeah, it's still out there in the distance. But again, too close for looks. So after we finish the tour, for the animal portion, I'll at least get a couple of shots of the Tyrannosaur for you. So there's our ice cube boy. Watch the tail. There we go. Time to head back and through here. Oops, we got one on the road there. Give it a little time to clear. And it looks like the other male is heading toward our path to go home. So go around these two and pause for a little bit to let this guy sneeze and depart the road. Yeah. So those two look like they're heading for the barn. So why don't we scoot down the road here. Uphill on the right, you can see the viewpoint for the Hell Creek Research Institute as they continue to study these animals. And we'll be going through the gates and back into the station. So this is where we get out of the vehicle and try not to back through it. There are restrooms on the right and a little bit forward on the left. There are a couple of gift kiosks and some food for people who want to replenish their energy after that exciting trip. Down the ramp, take the turn, pause briefly to check out the pond. Someday maybe we could stick a mini animal in there, but not today. And all the way out down the ramp to the exit, which will complete our Hell Creek tour. Turn back around, the exit sign, and take the aerial crane shot here and give you a general look at the overview of the Hell Creek area. That big central area in the distance is the Tyrannosaurus paddock. So let's head out there and see if we can pick up some Tyrannosaur shards. As I mentioned, there is a bug that they mostly just stand around or lie down, and we're getting both of those right now. One in the pond and one right here in the center screen. Really not moving much of anything, but he's doing his idle animations. Not a lot of them either. So, yeah, a little bit of a yawn. I tried moving him around to see if I could get anything better, but he still wants to stay in one place and do his idle animations. An alternative aerial view, the Tyrannosaur and Prorus exhibit on the right. On the far left is the Edmontosaurus viewpoint. Thanks for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you did, leave a like or a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'd appreciate that. We'll be back to some more building, I think, the next time we come to Vembre Park. Till then, y'all take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you again, I hope, in another video. Bye now. Dino Bob signing out.